Good evening, students. I am going to explain brown ring test. Brown ring test is the test which is done for nitrate ion. Nitrate ion is NO3 minus ion. So this is the test of this ion. You are asked in board exam that brown ring test is the test of which ion. So answer is nitrate ion. You need to put correct charge here, NO3 minus 1, to get the full marks. So NO3 minus 1 ion, which is called nitrate ion, it is tested by brown ring test. So in this test, what we do, we take a test tube, and in this test tube we take the aqueous solution of any nitrate. For example, say magnesium nitrate is given to you. So you take aqueous solution of any nitrate, and you can also take nitric acid, because nitric acid also has nitrate ion. Any compound which has NO3 minus ion will give this test. So aqueous solution of nitrate, any metallic nitrate, that is magnesium nitrate, sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate. So any nitrate or nitric acid is taken in a test tube. This is the first thing which we do for this brown ring test. Now in this we add freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. Freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution means when you are doing the test, at that time only you prepare the ferrous sulfate solution. You cannot use the ferrous sulfate solution which is already available in the lab. When you are going to perform this brown ring test, then only make this fresh solution. That is, take ferrous sulfate solution and dissolve it in water. So we will take freshly prepared. This is the saturated solution. Saturated solution means the solution in which more salt cannot be dissolved. So we will take freshly prepared saturated ferrous sulfate solution and will mix it in it. Now, when you mix these two substances together, after that concentrated sulfuric acid is added along the side wall of the test tube. That is, you have to put the dropper here so that it trickles down the side of the test tube. Means you don't have to put the dropper here, and you don't have to allow it to drop in the middle of the test tube. It is the very important precaution to be taken that concentrated sulfuric acid should be dropped in such a way that it drops along the side wall of the test tube. Now why do we do this? I will tell you the reason later. So remember, concentrated sulfuric acid will be added from the side wall of the test tube, and only a few drops are enough. So concentrated sulfuric acid is a heavy liquid, and when it is heavy, it will settle down at the bottom. That means concentrated sulfuric acid will come at the bottom, and aqueous solution of the nitrate which you took in the beginning, it will come at the top. Aqueous solution of the nitrate in which you added ferrous sulfate solution, this mixture, this solution will come at the top, and sulfuric acid will settle at the bottom. Reason, sulfuric acid is a heavy liquid. Now suppose this shaded portion is showing the aqueous solution of nitrate and ferrous sulfate solution which you took in the beginning, and this is concentrated sulfuric acid. The two liquids, where they are meeting, here you will see a brown colored ring. Here a brown colored ring will be formed. Where will the ring be formed? At the junction of two liquids, where the two liquids will be meeting. So at the junction of two liquids, the ring will be formed. That is, one liquid is concentrated sulfuric acid, bottom one, and the top one is aqueous solution of nitrate and ferrous sulfate solution. So where the two liquids meet, there we will have the formation of very thin brown colored ring. if this brown ring comes in the test, it means nitrate is positive. That is, NO3 minus ion is present in the solution. And if the brown ring is not formed, it means nitrate is absent. You are asked in board examination. This diagram was given in the board once, and it was asked that what is this liquid? This was labeled as liquid A. And you are asked what is this A. So you should know that the liquid which is at the bottom is concentrated sulfuric acid, and the liquid which is at the top is the aqueous solution of nitrate and ferrous sulfate solution. Suppose we name it liquid B. So this question was asked, what is liquid A and what is liquid B? So remember, the lower one is sulfuric acid concentrated and the higher one is nitrate solution and ferrous sulfate solution mixture. And you are also asked, where is the brown ring formed? So brown ring is formed at the junction of two liquids. Where the two liquids meet, there the brown ring is formed. Now in your book, you are given the whole procedure of the test. You need not to learn the whole procedure, but you should know the procedure to understand the test. This is the diagram which I drew and made you understand, this one. And remember, this is the brown ring. Here ferrous sulfate solution is printed. It is not only ferrous sulfate solution but aqueous solution of nitrate and ferrous sulfate solution. It is the mixture of these two things, and at the junction of the two liquids this brown ring is formed. Okay, now this is how we do the test, and there is a reaction given on next page. You don't have to do this reaction. You only have to remember the formula of this compound which forms the brown ring. FeSO4.NO. FeSO4.NO. This is the compound which is there in the brown ring, and the name of this compound is nitrosoferrous sulfate. You don't have to do the reaction. You should know that what is brown ring made up of, that is what is the compound present in brown ring and its formula and its name. Only this much is required. You don't have to learn the reaction. Okay, now there are some points given in note and they are asked in reasoning question. First point is, a freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution is used. I told you that we have to use the ferrous sulfate solution which is just prepared. You cannot take the solution which was made yesterday, you cannot use it today. It has to be freshly prepared. The reason is, if you will be using the old sample of ferrous sulfate solution which you made 1 day ago or 2-3 days ago, then what will happen? The ferrous sulfate will oxidize to ferric sulfate. The atmospheric oxygen will oxidize ferrous into ferric, and ferric sulfate will not give the brown ring. This is the reason of taking freshly prepared ferrous sulfate. That is, if we take the old sample of ferrous sulfate, then ferrous sulfate will be oxidized to ferric sulfate. That is, we will think that the bottle contains ferrous sulfate, but what actually does it have? Ferrous sulfate has been converted into ferric sulfate, and you will see that the ring test will not come out to be positive. So this is the reason we need to take the freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. Second thing, it is given that where is the brown ring formed? I told you beforehand that brown ring is formed at the junction of the two liquids. Sulfuric acid, which is heavy, settles down, and aqueous solution of nitrate and ferrous sulfate comes at the top. And the two liquids where the two liquids meet, there at the junction of the two liquids, we have the formation of the brown ring. And if you remember, I told you that sulfuric acid should be dropped from the side wall. You don't have to make it drop in the center. You have to make it drop along the side wall of the test tube. The reason is, when we drop it from the middle, then it will fall here in the center, will disturb the whole layer, and due to friction, heat will be produced. And this brown ring is so delicate that if there is friction, then the ring will be broken. So if you will be adding sulfuric acid from the side wall of test tube, then there will be less disturbance in the layer. You can understand, if you add the liquid from the side wall, there will be no disturbance, but if you allow it to fall in the center, then the whole layer will be disturbed. So when there will be disturbance, heat will be produced and this brown ring will not be formed. Same way, when we do this test, we attach this test tube in the stand. We don't allow it to move from one place to the other. You don't do this test by taking this test tube in hand, because your hand will shake and the ring will destroy. This is just such a delicate ring that even if the test tube is shaken a little or disturbed a little, then the brown ring gets broken. So this is why we have to take these precautions, that sulfuric acid should be dropped from the side, and this should be done in such a way that you attach the test tube in a stand. Don't hold it in hand. Otherwise, shaking of hand will disturb the test tube and the ring will be broken. It is so delicate ring. And this is why it is given, the brown ring of nitrosoferrous sulfate decomposes on disturbing the test tube. Why? Because when we disturb the test tube, then heat is evolved and the brown ring gets decomposed. It is such a delicate ring that if a little shaking is there in the test tube or little disturbance is there in the test tube, the ring will be broken. So this is how the brown ring test done, and this is the test for NO3- ion or nitrate ion. Thank you.